morning, everybody. How are you? The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Shut up, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Pudsey Day. I've got my Pudsies out, look. Good morning. How are you? Can you hear me all right? Look, we've got a new situation happening. We've got some new tech arriving today in readiness for me recording the audiobook version of I Am the Queen Bee, How I Overcame Self-Sabotage to Fly Anyway and How You Can Too. It's very long when you say it like that. The I Am the Queen Bee book, the one that you can get on Amazon, the international bestseller. I've got all sorts of spiky hair going. I'm not arsed. How are you lot? Are you all okay? Come on in here. You're loving me pudsies this morning. Good morning. We've packed Ivy off to school this morning with her. She's resplendent in her pudsy, pudsy jumper. I love seeing pictures of all of your kids going out to school today with the little pudsy ears on and stuff, and I love it. I really, really do. Somebody posted something yesterday, actually, and I will make sure that I credit her in the comments because I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll just see if I can find it really quick because I want to say something really important around this, that it really struck me, and I wanted to make sure that I actually, that I actually addressed it for myself as well. So, I'm always learning. I'm always trying to learn. I try and learn for the people around me, members of my community, people that I'm connected with. I can't find it, but I will credit the lady. It was on LinkedIn. I saw it. It was a lady who has a child who has additional needs. And she was like, it's Children in Need Day tomorrow. And it's all lovely seeing your kids all dressed up with the pudsies on and with the ears on and what have you. But it feels, as a mum with a child with additional needs who has a child in need, it always feels funny and a bit sticky around the time of Children in Need. It's like TV. It's like TV kind of trots out this sort of what's the way? Somewhat kind of like disability porn, if you will. Please stay with me on that. Where these incredible children, incredible families, incredible services kind of get trotted out really just to tug at the heartstrings of people. And actually, the conversation that we should be having today, and that I would like to have with you first thing, is how do we then allow this concept of these? We've got these children in need. There are kids out there that have these different experiences. For me, my family, I was a child that experienced domestic abuse, for example. My sister now works with families where that's quite prevalent. Whole families, not just the women experiencing domestic abuse, but the children that are part of those families that experience domestic abuse. There are children in need out there, not just today, every day of the week. So what are you gonna do? You might pledge your £2.50 tonight. You might text, you might watch a thing. Go ahead, go do it. It's amazing. It's brilliant entertainment. But don't just utilize it as that kind of, I need a cathartic cry. And we've all got a little tear running down our cheek. What can we do? Have we seen a mum that's struggling? So I was on the plane on the way back from Barcelona, and there was this mum, and she had two children under the age of 3 years old, but she was blind as well, right? So she needed additional assistance. Her kids, when the plane was taking off, particularly, were absolutely distraught. What are we doing in our everyday lives to support these kids, to support these families? If you're seeing somebody struggling, what is it that you're doing? Is your £2.50 on the third Friday in November enough? I'm interested to throw that on the table for you this morning. Children in need can become adults in need. Well, they don't can. Well, yeah, actually, that's a wrong thing of me to say. Children in need can become adults in need, where there is far less support and services, 100%. I'm totally with you on this subject. Same issue with Paralympics, that disabled people get focused and through that time, but then everything goes back to normal, like no one's happening. Like, quick, the focus is on this. Where is it going to go now? What are we focusing on now? What can we do every day? is the challenge that I throw to you this morning. And whilst I totally embrace the pudziness of the situation, which I love, but what are we going to do on a day-to-day basis, right? I can't abide watching the families being paraded out once a year, then being told to fuck off again until next year. Exactly, which is why I kind of just wanted to say, what are we doing every day, y'all? Still in my pudsey resplendence, still supporting and all of that sort of stuff, but still being mindful. What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do the day after, the day after, the day after, right? So for me, for example, I am a guardian of a homelessness charity called Backup that supports young people getting back into accommodation. You know, these are things, and that's not me sort of virtue signaling, but I just wonder, what do we do? What do we do as a community to give back? I don't know. But well, worth thinking about. Excuse me. All right, so I came to you on Wednesday for Wise Up Wednesday from the inside of our strategy couple of days. This is really doing my head in. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to have to stick with it. Back from our, I shared with you behind the scenes of our strategy 2 days. I got my team together. I got my wing women and my wing man together, or my wing men actually, together in a room. And we covered lots of different topics, and I shared them with you, the things that we were looking at. We were looking at funnels, we were looking at automations, we were looking at sales, products, services, streamlining all the finances. We were looking at all of those things. So we did that. We had Anna, who is there, who is my incredible PA. We had Danielle, who's my OBM. She's fantastic. We had Kathy, who looks after our LinkedIn. Wallace came along. We actually got him to leave the man cave, and we were actually, we zoomed in my mentor Dan Meredith as well. And we had a whole team session with him. So it was really, really good, really great to reconnect. And something that I definitely advocate you guys doing, if you've not done it already. It's no good getting to January and going, oh, I need to plan now. It's about thinking now, what do you want to achieve next year? So one of the things I'm sharing with you as my community, and we're going to be dropping this on Monday officially, but if anyone wants to know about it, you can get in my inbox. Me and Deep Bajwa are dropping a mastermind on Monday that you can get involved with. I'm going to tell you more about that on Monday. But actually, if sales is on your plan for next year, you want to improve your sales, you want to improve your sales capabilities, your sales techniques, you want to strengthen your message so that you can close those sales, all of that sort of stuff, then you're going to want to see what we are cooking up for you. So I'm going to drop that on Monday, and you are going to be able to get involved with that if you want to, if that is on your plan. If your bottom line is something that you'll want to improve in the next 6 months, then you definitely want to come and get involved with it. But now is the time to start planning for those things. That's why you'll see a lot of things like masterminds coming out this year, so that you start the year off in a community of people ready to hit up 2022 in all its glory. So for anybody that is wanting to improve their bottom line, make more sales, solidify their messages so that they can make more sales, you definitely want to keep your peepers peeled. So that's what's happening on Monday. Definitely now is the time to be thinking about strategy. And I've been working with our guest. I've got a guest for you this morning, not only on her messaging, but on her overall strategy as well. We've been friends for a long time. Really, as IATQB was just a thought, a little twinkle in my eye, I was connected with this phenomenal human being, and so invested I am in her message and in the things that she wants to achieve, that as soon as she was able to say, Danny, I'm ready to work with you, I was like, hell yes, bitch, let's do all the things, which is exactly what we are doing this morning. So to share with you a little bit around her story and all the things that she's excited about coming up. And we just have a laugh when we have a chat anyway. Please welcome to the show. She's a bit nervous, so you've all got to be dead nice to her. But she's going to smash this conversation anyway, because she always smashes everything that she does. She's amazing. Amy Mantle, everybody, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm literally so nervous. Like my palms are sweating. I'm not even joking.
So you're feeling all the physical symptoms that I talk to people about all the time, like when we're in the run up to opening the doors to be inspired and all of that sort of stuff. You get all of those physical feelings, the prickly armpits, the sweaty palms, you get
literally everything to do with it. And it's funny because when I was backstage and I knew that I was just about to come live any second, I was like, right, what did Fidel teach us yesterday? And I was trying to do like his breathing technique. And I think it's helped a bit, but I'm still nervous.
You're still nervous, but what the
Still
one
nervous.
thing that you have done is that you stayed. Is that, you know,
I
one
didn't
of the
run.
things, yeah, right. So we got fight, flight, or freeze. Maybe you froze, but you stayed. So we had.
Absolutely.
So you had. So you've jumped into this particular cohort of Be Inspired. So you're going to be speaking on the stage at Be Inspired on the 31st of March, 1st of April, and as part of that experience, we brought Fidel Bohill in yesterday to talk very specifically and viscerally about confidence, and he did a meditation. Did you do the meditation?
Yes.
It was good, right? I was in the
I
car,
did it
like
again.
getting my zen on.
Yeah, it was really good.
So Amy, when you, that's my mum. She knows I've got the show. I've been doing this for nearly 2 years now. Mum, what are you doing?
She could have answered. She could have joined us.
Like, Mum, you're coming out showing me and Amy. So Amy, we met about 3 years ago or so.
Yeah, I think we met at an event at the venue where I work in Blackpool.
Yeah.
Did we? Or did we meet before that?
No, I think we met before that.
We met before that.
We did.
I can't remember where we met.
I think it was it will have been a networking meeting of some description.
Yeah.
Or maybe did you watch me put my face on?
I can't remember. No, I
like
met you at a networking event, and it was something to do with you singing because you were just really starting out on the
Queen Bees
show and your branding and everything. You were literally just starting out, and you were doing power hours back then. And I was like, this girl is on it. What is she creating? Like, I need that. So yeah, we just kind of connected through that and through the entertainment scene as well. And it was really nice. And then all of a sudden I just literally watched you literally fly. And I was like, oh my God, I need to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a conversation a few years ago, but I think maybe before we go any further, talk to us about what it is that you do. So you work on a couple of things, right?
Yeah, so my background and my experience is sales and marketing and events. So I've been an events manager for about 15 years, 14 years.
Yeah, and like this is no small situation either. Like when we think about events managers, like we think, oh, you know, it might be for like small hotels. It's not. It's like the biggest venues in the entertainment central of the UK. This is where your stomping ground is. That you're like one of the doyens of events in Blackpool, which is no mean feat for anybody. Like, she looks all beautiful and fabulous, but actually to run events in that situation, you really need something about you, right?
Yeah. It's great. It's very stressful, but it's good stress because, as you know yourself, doing events, when it all comes together, it's all worthwhile. 100%. So I've been doing that for nearly 15 years. But I've now sort of branched into, I'm head of sales and marketing now at the huge venue that I work at. And that's also stressful, but still good fun. So that's my expertise, really, sales and marketing. But about 18 months ago, I launched an online children's boutique named Blessy and Baker after my beautiful children. So I sell traditional and luxury clothing for children. However, that is not my purpose. This sounds ridiculous.
It doesn't sound ridiculous. It's right. And a lot of things happen this way. Yeah. So it's interesting. And I think that one of the reasons why I love working with you, Amy, is because you have this purpose. You have this purpose, but then you've got these vehicles that are going to help you get to this purpose. Which I find this is what I get most excited about. So talk to us about that.
Just 1 second, if you don't mind me asking.
No.
Is it an emergency on your phone? Because I'm worried.
I don't know who it is. It's a number that I don't know. Oh. It's not my mum now. It's just a number. I'm just going to turn it down. I'm just going to turn it down. Don't worry. Talk to us about this. It's all good.
So. Yeah, where were we? So my purpose, basically, I am so passionate about children, but also about helping mums, helping mums sort of prevent burnout and helping them to sort of manage the everyday multiple things that we juggle.
Yeah.
And I think it's so easy in this day and age, especially since, we've been fighting for years for equality, and now women, we do all the things. We raise the children, we run the businesses, we literally do everything. We run the finances, we do everything, and it's so easy for mums to get burnt out. So I'm really passionate about preventing that, or helping mums. So I've built a little community where a lot of my customers go, and we all chat together, and we share like top tips that we find online that are helpful for mums and kids. And tantruming is one example, something that we cover. Breastfeeding, literally everything. We come together, and it's like a really nice community. But also at the same time, they can do shopping for the children, so the kids look great,
isn't it? And there's this like you say about having the vehicles to do these things. Give me 1 second. It's actually Wally's. He's picking our dogs up. We've been away for a couple of days, and he's panicking. Hang on 1 second. There we go. He's panicking because he's taken one of the bank cards. He's not taken all the bank cards, and it's just been declined. He went, "Oh my God, I can't pay for the dogs," but it's sorted, and I can concentrate. And this is why I always say to you, you can't get flustered, because life just happens when we do these things. So you've got this incredible vehicle as a gateway to talk about these things. So you've got this incredible clothes line, you've got this beautiful boutique. Honestly, please do go and check it out, everybody. Blessy and Baker, because these clothes are just, honestly, they're just gorgeous. They're so, they're photographable and beautiful. Have you got some? Show us.
Hang on. So this is new in our Christmas range. Like, how gorgeous.
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
We have all sorts of traditional styles, but we're literally overloaded with Christmas stock at the minute, which is amazing. And let me show you these little pants. How cute are they?
Stop it! Jokes, I'm not having any more babies. I'm so glad that Danielle's had a baby so that I can buy things for little Millie now.
It's so cute. I go to the wholesalers and I stock up on loads of fabulous outfits, and then like these hats. So my children literally have these hats in every colour. I'm like, oh, we'll keep that. We'll keep that one. Like, Amy,
we're stock buying. We're going to sell some of this stuff as well. And the thing is, you've got children that are of the age of the clothes that you sell at the boutique as well. So I think it's really gorgeous. Much the same way that Ivy's very much a part of what I do. Blessy and Baker, your kids, they're very much a part of what you do as well. So seeing them be a part of, Blessy try, and she's so sassy. Blessy trying on little outfits, and Baker is so cute. That it is very much a family, that whole kind of family feel. I just love it. I really do. But here's the great thing is that utilizing this brilliant, it's a brilliant brand anyway, and it's beautiful stuff that you do. But having this is like a gateway to conversations to where many parents struggle, and they struggle with, meltdowns in supermarkets. They struggle with, do I breastfeed? Do I bottle feed? Or what am I doing? Am I doing this right? Even I'm struggling. Am I a stay-at-home mum? Do I go back to work? I don't know what to do. And actually having you lead this community is absolutely beautiful. And I just love that was always kind of the intention, and having this like lovely, it's like having a merch range, isn't it? It's like, I think about it's like having a merch range for a bigger thing. So sorry, go on. I was going to say, where do you see this going?
So I would like to open this as a network marketing business for mums. Because like you've just mentioned yourself, there's a lot of mums that think, I've had children now, do I go back to work? And I was speaking to a lady, one of the mums at the nursery the other day where I dropped Baker off, and she's about to have a baby any moment. And I said, oh, have you taken maternity leave? And she said, well, actually, I was doing my nursing degree. She was doing her nursing degree, and because it wasn't safe to put her on a placement because she was heavily pregnant, she had to stop her nursing degree, which means she now has absolutely no source of income apart from her partner. I said, so will you not get maternity leave? And she won't literally get anything. And there are honestly so many mums. I don't know if you've ever heard of there's like a community or a movement, if you will, called Pregnant Then Screwed.
Oh, yeah.
That it's like, it gives me goosebumps at the fact that by having a baby, sometimes you are almost penalised by the system, because you either have to take your children straight back to work, or you literally have to go without. And I just think it's shocking. So I really want to, while I want to support mums, preventing them from experiencing burnout and just managing the everyday stuff, I also want to help give them an opportunity so that they don't have to worry about going back to work, and they can build a business from home. Like, that's just really important to me.
It is, and so many people find themselves in that situation, and I think that having opportunities like this, I'm a huge fan, and I've spoken quite openly about this. I've built a network marketing business before within cosmetics, and a lot of people talk about it in a really derogatory way, but when it's set up right with the right intention, you and I both know, like, I'm a huge fan of Tropic, for example. I love the ethic and the ethos of Tropic skincare stuff. And when we look at these models, these entrepreneurial models, they really do allow people a foot in, a shoe in, a step up the ladder to stop them being in that state of flux. They can start to be empowered and take back. I think it's just, I think network marketing gets a bad rap when it's poor leadership. Would you agree?
Yeah, totally agree. I think there are a lot of people out there that are almost, they become sales hungry, and it's not about delivering the message through that business. So, for example, Tropic is known for, natural ingredients, and also, like you said, the ethics behind why Susie Marr set Tropic up in the first place. That's phenomenal. And you never really see anyone, I mean, I haven't seen it, anyone in Tropic that becomes very sort of, I want to say the word greedy and sales hungry. And I don't see anyone like that in Tropic. It's just very nice. And we've got these products. It's entirely up to you if you want to buy them. But also, Tropic are providing their representatives with a lot of leadership programs, and they're teaching them all sorts of things from management, sales strategy, product information. So I think that's a huge area of network marketing that people don't look at.
And that's it. And I think that the more that we allow ourselves to be open to either opportunities like this or creating opportunities like you've seen this gap through this beautiful vehicle, and I can't wait for you to start to really build on this. So I keep getting this person ring me. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you all. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to ask. Hello. It's Wally's. He's picking the dogs up and panicking.
Bless him.
Give me 1 second, James. Do you know?
It's all right.
If this is ever a lesson in everything's cool and everything's all right, even when you don't think everything's cool and everything's all right, this is exactly.
You just never know what you're gonna get.
It's just my husband being a pain in the pum-pum.
Doesn't he know you have a very important schedule?
He knows I've got the show now, and then he arranges to go and pick the dogs up. Now I think he's sorted out. Yeah, he's sorted out. If the phone starts ringing incessantly again, then we know that he's not sorted out, and I'll put him on loudspeaker for everybody as well. So he doesn't shout at me. He goes, "What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing." What are you guys saying? So Jessica, when you were saying about organising events and retreats, I think I'll be getting an events manager next year, as I've realised I just don't know how to get it all done. It's a lot when you're organising events and what have you, isn't it?
Make lists for everything.
lists on lists on lists.
Yeah.
Love Tropic. It's the only thing I use on my face now. Yeah, so many people do. There's no. I don't think there should be, or that there is any shame in talking about network marketing, because actually done right, it's done beautifully, and it helps so many people. I can't wait. So when are these things happening? And can we tell anybody? Are we exclusive? Like, I don't know.
Well, as you know, I'm doing Be Inspired in March, April, which I'm really nervous and excited all rolled into one. So I'm going to launch an event at the end of April.
Yeah.
which will bring everyone together. And then I really hope to be launching the network marketing business at the back end of next year. Like that is my intention. And I'm sure with your help and our strategy sessions, you'll help me do. It's really funny. You were saying before that we met, just over 3 years ago, and I did book you for a power hour, and I was like, look, this is what I want to do. Here's my goal. And when we did one of our strategy sessions about 2 weeks ago, you said, Amy, like, you are a different person now compared to 3 years ago. And literally everything that I spoke to you about then, it's all happening now and really quickly. It's just bizarre. You couldn't, if you'd have told me 3 years ago, well, this will all happen really quickly in a short space of time, in 3 years' time, I'm like, no, I've got a long way to go yet. But it's just like, it's crazy. You couldn't write it.
I think some of it, and I think you'll agree with this, some of it is to do with healing that you've got to do before you start making big decisions. And I think that if you look at things like your circle now, the people that you surround yourself with now is very different than it was even 3 years ago. It's very different. Like, think about like the incredible people that we get to hang out with, the Mary Speakmans of the world, the Liz McGuillans of the world, that, Helen McHugh's, and all of these sort of wonderful people, these driven, amazing people who are working in their field and shining their lights and all of that sort of stuff. They weren't necessarily, a huge part of your world back then. And now look what happens when you are with success loves speed, right? Success loves action, success loves movement. And actually, once you started to move and gravitate towards those people, you started to pick up speed yourself. So no wonder.
Yeah, they say, don't they? You are your network is your net worth, and you become the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, I know I say this to you all the time, but it's just so bizarre. And I'm so grateful for you and all the universe and everything. Like, I feel like those blinkers, you always talk about put your blinkers on and stay focused. And that's exactly what I did. And literally everything just starts happening for me. And I'm just so grateful for it all. It's just nice. It's lovely.
I love how the more that you tune into things, I mean, we'll talk about it like the woo or whatever. I mean, it's a full moon today, and we talk about energies all the time. But where are you on that sort of stuff? On this like manifestation, you do really cute things with Blessy as well.
Oh yeah. So I started my sort of personal growth, let's say, journey, being really invested in mindset and like motivation, following a lot of motivational speakers, probably about 10 years ago. So I've been really heavily invested in that for a long time. But in terms of sort of the woo-woo that some people would call it, especially with the moon, I'm quite early on in this journey, and I'm learning a lot. And that it is a full moon tonight, and people say if you set your intentions. And I feel even if you aren't woo-woo, as you call it, or you're not really into that type of thing, I think you can also use the full moons or, the moon cycles, not necessarily because you want to be linked to that, but you can see them as markers in your diary.
Yes.
I'm going to set intentions when it's a full moon. In your mind, it might not have anything to do with the full moon, but that's what's happening. Set your intentions, but you've also sat there and done the work, so you've got something to be focused on. Yeah. And then, I think that's really important. And you just mentioned about Blessy. So my little girl, Blessy, she's 5, and she was, for quite a while, she was getting really upset that she wasn't getting Star of the Day. And we always try and talk about positive mindset and, being kind, and that's obviously really important. And she kept coming home saying, I didn't get Star of the Day today. And she was really upset. I said, right,
she was really sad about it, weren't she? Bless her.
She said, I'll never get Star of the Day. And I was like, whoa, we don't talk like that. So I actually said to her, right, here's what we're going to do. Every morning on the way to school and on the way home from school in the car, we're going to say some affirmations. She asked me what affirmations were, and I kind of explained it in a child-friendly way.
Yeah.
And I said, on the way to school, we're going to say, I am getting Star of the Day. I'm getting Star of the Day. And I also explained it might not be today, but when that Star of the Day is meant for you, very, very soon it'll come to you. So we did that on the Monday. Well, we started on the Friday. Then on the Monday, every morning we did this on the drive to school. And on Friday, I'm going to cry talking about it. I'm a very teary person. But on the Friday, she ran out of school. She literally ran across the playground holding this piece of paper. Mum. And I was like, what is it? And it had kind of forgotten about the Star of the Day thing. She's like, I got Star of the Week of the whole year. And I was like, see, babe, that's because we've done our manifestations and our affirmations and it works. And she was like, what else can we do? And she was so
£1 million now. Come on, babes. We are millionaires. I love it. But it goes to show, because this is a real, you do this. Sometimes I don't even think you realize you do this. But what you've done with Blessy there is you got her to believe that is possible for her. And as soon as you start to believe it's possible, you start showing up like it's possible. So if you think about it, we'll think Star of the Week, right? Oh, I'll never get it. So what's the point in trying? She's not even trying for it now. She's not asked. She just said that she's not got it. And a lot of people do this. Like, who watching at home has done this? I'm totally guilty of this in the past. Oh, it's not for me, that. So I'm just not going to show up for it anyway. I'm going to stop showing up for it because someone else is going to get it. And there's no point. Well, there's only one possible outcome for that. And you're going to be proved right in any situation, you know, whether you think you can and whether you think you can't, you know, you're right in both instances. And this is a perfect example. And instilling in Blessy that, yes, I can do this. Oh, well, maybe I can do this. Well, I'm going to show up. What do the Stars of the Week do? Oh, well, they're really helpful, or they'll do this, or she was doing it anyway. She just needed to believe in herself. She was doing these things and trying really hard. And as soon as she had that belief, actually, then things start to, and you do this.
Yeah, maybe I don't realize.
You do. I know, because I've had this conversation with you where you see these things and you think, well, maybe they're not for me. Maybe that's just not what it is that I'm destined for. Maybe I'm never going to be a speaker. Maybe I'm never going to be able to speak properly on stage without shitting myself every single time before I go. Maybe I'm just not. But actually, I start to see you believe in it. And all of a sudden, you're like magic, Amy. Things just start to like open up and happen like it's at your command. And I think it's just belief for people. And I think that's really, really powerful. Do you?
Yeah, I think as well. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin my talk, because I want it to be a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
But we had this session on Monday, and a lot of people always say to me, oh, Amy, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Do you know, honestly, if I had £1 for every time someone said that to me, I would without a doubt be a millionaire. So where I'm going with this is, people say that to me because they don't believe in manifestation or affirmations or the positive outlook. They just haven't learned that yet. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think if you change your mindset, and you know, I'm not saying that bad doesn't happen in the world. It does. And I Danny, you know my story. Like, a lot of bad happened to me when I was younger, and I think that's why now I have this outlook that even though things could be going wrong, you almost have to see the rainbows and unicorns, like to get the good stuff. Because, you know, people say, don't they, what you focus on is what you attract more of. So I don't want to focus on the negative. I want to focus on rainbows and unicorns or whatever it might be. And then, you know, the good stuff will come. Yeah. So I'm trying to teach that to the children as well. But
it really reminds me of our JoJo. It really, like JoJo Smith, she shows up with, you know, crowns and tutus and all sorts of stuff. But she knows her shit, and as do you. And think that it's like, which, you know, I talk about me maybe not being a particularly girly girl, or you know, or I'm an ideas person, and I get really excited all the time, and it might put people off. And actually, no, you're just standing firmly within your field of joy for a starter, and your field of expertise. And when you do those two things, you start to attract the right people to you. And that, I think, Amy, is what I'm excited for you mostly, is all of this next stuff that's coming, because you're allowing yourself to take up space like that you're just going to attract all the incredible things to you. Tell me, Amy, how can this lovely lot, because loads of you lot have got kids, and you've just seen some of the beautiful pieces that Amy shares. You've got some really juicy stuff happening over on the Blessy and Baker Instagram. Like, what's popping? Like, tell us, how do we get hold of these beautiful pieces?
I've got a website, which is blessyandbaker.com. I've also on Instagram. I've got quite a really nice network on Instagram, actually. That's where I get, you know, a lot of my followers are really invested in the business. And I think that's where I've built my community, definitely on Instagram. So that's at Blessy and Baker Boutique.
Yeah. at Blessy and Baker Boutique. Are you guys taking notes? I've got a feeling that it's not going to jump right over there right now. If you want them little bobble hats, them beautiful little Christmas dresses, like get in because she's going to end up selling out of them all.
Honestly, this week, like you say, like when you start showing up and really showing up and being consistent. I messaged you before saying, oh my God, I had like this many orders yesterday and I just couldn't believe it. And then I went on to do a live in my group. And I don't know, I didn't mention this before, but literally, if you just said to me 6 months ago, do a Facebook Live, I'm like, no, Facebook Live, absolutely not, no way. So I literally held off, and I've had the business for just over 18 months, and I didn't do any lives because I was scared, and I just knew that I was holding myself back, but that fear, overwhelmed me. And then I started to do these Facebook Lives, and I built, some of the reps. We have we're opening up for new reps next week as well. So we have a group of kids that literally they get a 20% discount code, and they get gifts in the post from us, and they're really nice. But a couple of the reps this summer from Kent actually came over to see me, and we've become really nice friends. So yeah, it's lovely. It's really nice.
I love that. Look at Jojo. I need my size in these beautiful outfits. I could just imagine she would be happy as a pig in poo. She would be wearing all that stuff. So Amy, I cannot wait for all of the things that are coming for you. I'm so happy that I get to support you. So we're celebrating this week, you and I, that you not only have you done incredible things and we've got to play together and laugh together and cry together, but you've gone live and you didn't die, and you've done an interview and you didn't die.
I'm literally all Danny Wallis out this week. Like every day we've done something, and I'm so excited. I love it. Like I literally love it.
I love it, and you've absolutely smacked. Tell her in the comments just how amazing she's done on this interview, on this little chat today, because she's absolutely smashed. Do you know what? You've held space for me today, whilst my world's been blowing up on my phone. You've been doing amazing. So, Amy, thank you so much for joining us. Please, everybody, go check out Blessy and Baker, the Blessy Baker Boutique. They've got the most beautiful things. Also, keep your peepers peeled for Amy speaking on the Be Inspired stage, and also that fantastic event. Tell us about your community as well, darling. Tell us about where, particularly if you're a parent and you need a little bit of support, where are we going?
So we've got a private Facebook group. So if you do connect with me on Instagram, I'll be happy to add you into the private group. And there's a lot of things going on in there, and I'm hoping to get some speakers in the group in the next few weeks with some top tips for mums as well.
Fab.
So yeah, you just send me a little message on Instagram or message me on Facebook, and I can add you to the group.
Amazing. Amy, thank you so much for joining us this morning. The Shortwise Advisor Show. See you later. That was Amy Mantle, everybody. Wasn't she brilliant? She was absolutely fantastic. I know she was really nervous about that. She smashed it out of the park. Of course, I knew she would. But for you guys, I want to know, what are you celebrating this week? For me, I am celebrating the courage of my team to have incredible conversations with me during our strategy session. We really did do a everything on the table sort of situation. And I think that when you create a team where you trust each other and you have each other's back, that you're really able to make some really strong decisions, sometimes difficult decisions that really do benefit everybody, but they've got to be strong. You've got to hold on to yourself as you kind of make those decisions. So a huge shout out and huge big up and love to my team this week. We have made some phenomenal plans, and also there is some bits and pieces going on. I did tell you about this the other week, some decisions that I'd made around my health, that I will be sharing my journey with you but I will doing it in a little bit of a separate area, a separate corner of the internet. So hopefully I'll be opening that up in the next couple of weeks or so. So if you do want to know about the things that I'm getting up to with regards to improving my health, my well-being and all of that sort of stuff, I'm sharing behind the scenes in a closed space in the next couple of weeks. So I'm celebrating my ongoing journey with that. I'm celebrating my family this week who have absolutely had my back. I'm celebrating my friends this week who have absolutely had my back. I'm gigging tonight, which I'm celebrating because I'm very excited that I'm picking up some of the gigs that I weren't able to do last year. I'm singing for the fabulous Heather Painter and her family this evening, who have been regular clients of mine from a singing perspective. So I get to sing for one of my favourite families this evening. So I'm really excited and celebrating that. And then tomorrow I get to see one of my oldest and best friends, and my sister, we're going to go and see Tim Minchin in Blackpool. So we're going to go and hang and go and watch Tim Minchin perform. So lots to celebrate this week. I'm celebrating, I love this, Charlotte. Hello, my darling. Celebrating keeping everyone alive this week. Well done, you, my darling. Well done, you. It's been an emotional week. I'm celebrating getting a lot of different little bits done that I've been procrastinating on. Well done. Joe Wildsmith, I put my big girl pants on and done my first three-day challenge. Congratulations, Joe. Rap party tonight. Well done. Jojo Smith, it's your birthday. It's Creative Sassy's 2-year birthday today. Jojo is 2 years old today, celebrating her busy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Creative Sass. Happy birthday to you. I wish I had some party poppers, but I've still got confetti from when we closed out the lunch and Be Inspired. Wallace won't let me put any more confetti in my room. Because there's still, I'm not even lying, let me show you. Like, there's little bits of confetti still knocking around from when I fired off the cannons all those weeks ago. So yeah, I'm celebrating lots this week, from the sublime to the ridiculous. Lots of exciting things in the offing, lots of exciting things happening. I cannot wait to unfurl and show and share more. The mastermind that me and Deep are running is dropping on Monday. Any more information about that, if you want a sneaky conversation with me, you can talk to me about getting my DMs. I might tell you about it. But more information, you can officially get involved with that on Monday. Get ready to hit up 2022 with an absolute bang with me and that powerhouse for all of your sales and messaging situation. Right, that's it from me. Have a phenomenal Friday. Shaky bums. Have a party. Slide into the DMs of the weekend. Tell it looks sexy. It certainly does. So do you. And I'll see you on Monday for more Showing Up, Wising Up and Rising Up. Tra.